that's their nemesis this year, the one team that they seem to only focus on when the season starts, and that's the New England Patriots.
Yeah, let's not focus on the New England Patriots. Let's focus on the Pittsburgh Steelers and make sure that the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing the best that they can in each one of these games. And whenever you start talking about an opponent down the line, you're losing track of what's important, which is what's in front of you. And that, to me, is the biggest issue. And look, they didn't get past Jacksonville. So, like, why don't we need to get past whoever's in front of the Patriots before we worry about the Patriots? So I would say that would be the starting point in my mind is don't worry about anything externally. What can I do today personally to be better? How can I be the best possible leader for this group? And how collectively can we focus on the issues that we have to get better? And then whatever team you're playing, that's the only thing that's important. Not who you played a week ago, not who you're going to play in 2 weeks. Just what's in the moment.
So what can Ben objectively do in that regard other than try to help the team focus? Because we know what a high-level player he is. Chris pointed out during the video when we were watching it earlier, he throws the ball just effortlessly. Like, I mean, the guy's just a natural thrower of the football. Every year he has good numbers, usually misses a game or two, but nobody's doubting the level at which he plays. So as the quarterback, as the de facto leader of the team, what more in your eyes can he do?
Well, I really like the fact that he's come back to camp in good shape. To me, that shows a commitment, and especially as you get older, the importance of taking care of your body. And Ben Roethlisberger is he's incredibly difficult to deal with, and the amount of hits that he takes is significant. But Big Ben, when he's out of the pocket, broken plays are big plays with him, and the fact that he's come in lighter, it seems like he's coming out of shape. In shape, not out of shape, in shape. I would imagine that would allow him to make a faster start. And I think it's encouraging, and I think it sets a really good example for everybody else as well.
One thing that I would like is to make sure that his messaging is on par with the organization and with the head coach. Because every team, you're going to hit a rough spot. Week number 9, they're at Baltimore. They got Carolina the next week, at Jacksonville, at Denver. They got the Chargers, at Oakland, and then New England. So they have a rough schedule, and I'm not just trying to forecast the schedule being how they're going to be playing on the field, but Coach, you have a off-the-field incident. You have a game where you get demolished. You have a game like last year. He threw all the picks where he wanted to quit and everything. Like, just be on point as far as your messaging. All right? I came into this training camp. My arm is feeling better than ever. I'm trying to play football another 3 or 4 years. I love what I'm doing. I love this organization. I love that team. Keep following that no matter what happens during the regular season. And whoever you face, because to me, the question shouldn't be about New England. The question should be about Jacksonville, New England, and other teams. We shouldn't be singling out New England because Jacksonville whooped them twice last season, and we should be able to give the Jacksonville Jaguars credit for that. So I just like to be consistent with the coach. Come out of the locker room when the coach says something, repeat what the coach said, compared to contradicting sometimes what the coach does, which Ben does often.
And that's a great point. Remember the storyline in the offseason? Wasn't it he didn't know that he was wanted at OTAs or didn't know, whatever that was.
Well, and remember the Mason Rudolph stuff.
Yeah,
it's not my job to mentor him.
Yeah, and then look, for OTAs, like, do you need to save the date? You're the starting quarterback. You've been there for forever. Like, it's going to happen, and we want you there. That to me was amazing. And look, with Mason Rudolph, at some point, Big Ben is going to move on to greener pastures, and it's not a bad thing to help people along in their career. And a lot of older players and great players really see the players that they mentor as part of their legacy, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
And, Coach, it was well documented, the legacy for which Ben took the torch from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The quarterback then, Tommy
Maddox.
Tommy Maddox.
Absolutely.
And all the things that he did to make sure that Ben was up and ready to go, because we know Ben played well very, very early in his career. So, yes, you are right. That is part of a player's legacy, and it's part of the great legacy that we have. In 99 years that we've been playing, older players have taken care, and that's why the game has grown.
There's a lot of similarities stylistically and for good and for bad between Big Ben and Cam. It's not only that they're both, well, hold on, before you shake your head, see if you follow me on here for a moment. Because I thought Cam coming out of Auburn, the quarterback he reminded me most of was Big Ben. Now, he's faster than Big Ben, but they're both incredibly hard to bring down. They are two of the physically biggest quarterbacks in the league with two of the strongest arms. But they are also the only two star quarterbacks I can think of that regularly create some of the team distraction stuff. That they, whether it's Cam with idiotic comments at a press conference or Big Ben after the Patriots game saying, I wanted to spike the football. You know what I mean? I didn't know why we were calling those plays. And for Cam, you can say he's gotten away with his athleticism. That's why his fundamentals have been shaky. For Ben, prior to this year, he's gotten away with his athleticism. That's why he's been able to come into camp not in tip-top shape. We don't ever hear about any of the other great quarterbacks not being in great shape. Like, none of them, with respect, look to have chubby faces. Like, I mean, that's been an issue for him. And so I think there's, for good and for bad, that's been a decent comparison throughout each of their careers.
Big Ben, though, has achieved at a really high level for a long time on a consistent basis, and you can say what you want about him, but that guy's got rare toughness. Does he fan the flames sometimes? Yeah. Does he add a little gasoline sometimes? Yeah, he does that too. But we also don't know what's happening in their locker room, and we don't know if that's his way of trying to put it in the right direction. I'm not advocating for that, but sometimes when you're not in a building, it's hard to really just figure it all out.
All right, we're going to take a break. Coach, stick around. Coming up, why doesn't anyone want Dez Bryant? Jerry Jones is asking that question next on First Things First.